And then he came back with what looks like a child that, let's not forget, raped him, and his response to the marriage. You know how SpongeBob used to change up its style from being real casual to like that hyper-realistic shit, like out of nowhere?
What fucking segue was that?
No. Hear me out.
There's no SpongeBob.
You know the greatest anime of all time? SpongeBob SquarePants.
It's my favourite. That was actually my favourite. I want to do the intro. It makes me feel special. Okay.
Yeah, go for it, my guy.
Just big breath in.
Oh, to be fair, I should probably make sure.
Give me 2 seconds. Alrighty. Ready?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the weekly Weeb podcast. It's me, Full Animix, and I'm with
Hugo.
As always, and today is the day that everyone has been waiting for, but most notably Hugo, as we are doing Summer 2024 anime tier list. And Hugo's watched a little bit, and I've watched half of what Hugo's watched.
Yeah, God, this is... This really goes to show that one of us does something else in their spare time, doesn't it?
Is this better than what I did like last year?
I think so, yeah.
Let me fucking break it up. Everyone look at my shitty like fucking recommended. Hold up. Oh, it came up as recommended. Is it recommended? Is it? Yes, it is. It is recommended. All right. What did I do? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I had the same, but I've got Moonlit Fantasy again. So technically, I've done less. Hey, I'm consistent. All right.
I am not, but fuck it. When I'm good, I'm good.
Yeah, you've done more. You've done more than
yeah,
last one.
I've gone sicko mode.
Yeah.
I feel like I felt like a bit of a disappointment last time, so this time I was like, you know what? No, I'm just like the last week, the amount of shows I've just watched from start to finish, being like, I'm just gonna fuck it, I just get this one and another one and another one. Like I'm DJ Khaled in this shit, you know? It's I've burnt through it.
Yeah, I feel a bit like shitty with my performance, but there weren't too many shows that interest me too much. There is one show that I will have to watch, and that's Demon Slayer, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But for now, we're going to go through all of Hugo's shows that I have not watched, because it is quite literally double the amount that I've watched.
Yeah. And there's only one thing to really do for this, okay? I think we have to start where it begins. Konosuba, skip that shit, alright? Don't watch it, not worth your fucking time. Watch the last 3 episodes if you're going to, otherwise skip.
Right,
Just skip.
I think we should preface this real quick. I think this is just solely based off our experiences with watching these shows. So some of these shows are probably fine, but we are probably a little bit sick of them. If I was watching Konosuba, I would probably not put it in skip. I would probably put it in like an eh. Like it was eh. I wouldn't think it was like arse. By the way, for me, arse is basically a skip. Like, yeah, I wouldn't watch it again.
I think the thing is, like I said, you've got so many episodes where it just did so little that it's like it decided it wanted to set up 20 different stories but go nowhere with them after mentioning that these could be a possible avenue, and then in the last 3 episodes you get semi-serious show. It's just skip that shit. You can watch.
Sounds like another show that I watched.
Look, season 4 will probably come out, and hopefully that will be when they figured it out. But this time round, it really missed, and it was a shame, because I liked the first 2 seasons of Konosuba, but you know, you got to accept these things. Someone fucked up somewhere. Skip.
And it turns out it was me watching it.
Yeah. What a waste of my fucking life. I could have watched another show instead of Konosuba. That's the more offensive thing. I could have watched something better if I just hadn't watched Konosuba this season. So
I don't know, but at least now you know that shit.
Yeah.
You could probably get I think you'll probably watch season 4 anyways.
Oh, yeah,
Because you got through season 3.
Yeah, no,
People that dropped this shit,
I'm going to.
they won't watch it.
Yeah, no, I'll be back for season 4. Don't worry. I'll be back for it.
fucking Terminator.
But let's talk about a show I'll put above Konosuba for this season, even though I only watched 3 episodes of it. 2 episodes, 2.5 episodes, I guess. Tadima Okeri.
Excuse me?
Tadima Okeri, the gay dad.
Oh, yes.
I promised I would try another episode at some point. I did, and I've come to the conclusion. It's not that it's a bad show. More than I probably don't care enough about an Alpha Omega verse, and gay dads, so it just doesn't seem like something for me to watch. I do believe, however, I might have been able to sit through more of the show if I hadn't watched Grandma and Grandpa Turn Young first, just because they're both very similar in just their wholesome, like, family little shows. So
no, I think people really like yaoi stuff, but the fact that they made it so fucking weird, like with the Alpha and Omega stuff, just makes it like shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel like the show would be more enjoyable if it didn't do that.
Possibly, but then, then they wouldn't have an actual blood child, and there wouldn't be a whole kink aspect to this world, you see. So, and where would the institutional, I guess, racism? Is it racism in this world? It feels like racism.
Yeah, but why does there have to be racism? Why can't it just be a wholesome yaoi?
Why in an isekai does there always have to be slaves? Look, you've got to accept that the world needs something flawed.
No. Every world is perfect the way it is, right, guys?
Bang on. But, like I said,
Meanwhile, third world countries.
I think it was okay. Like, I think it was probably way more of a wholesome show. I think I was kind of burnt out on wholesome shit after watching Grandma and Grandpa. So I was just like, I can't do this. I can't do more of this, like, slow-paced dad, mum, I love you bullshit, or daddy, I love you bullshit. Like,
fair enough.
So, trash, unfortunately. But to anyone who likes the Omegaverse, just don't come for me. This might be the only time I apologize.
That sounds like it's fucking Marvel.
It is. It's all one huge interconnected universe. You just haven't realised yet.
Yeah, they're secretly an MHA.
That's actually their quirk.
Being gay is their quirk.
They're being submissive and
How
breedable.
dare you? That's really insensitive.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine for me to say this stuff.
Anyway, what's next?
So I've left it on the tier list, though I don't feel like it kind of should be on here. But Spice and Wolf is on this tier list. Currently, we're only at 14 episodes of Spice and Wolf.
Yeah, it is continuing.
So there's still like 11 more to go. However, I have really, really liked it. It has looked visually very pleasing. Like, I can't complain on the animation at all. I think the story's quite good. Dialogue's nice. Like, there's nothing offensive about the show. I have enjoyed it overall. I feel like as a show itself, though, it's probably quite average, which I don't want to say it's not good. It is good, but this season really has been the season to just get knocked down pegs where you probably didn't deserve it. Because, like, this season has been so good that I just feel like it probably would have been good if I didn't have so much other stuff that I've just enjoyed a lot more at the moment,
Yeah.
Like, still a great show. I'm still going to watch the season through to the end. Hopefully it's going to be, fun. I could always find out how it's going to end if I just went and watched the original. Because it's essentially a shot-for-shot fucking remake from what I've seen on the internet, but hey,
Well,
I don't care.
I think it'll be good to take another like relook in another 12 weeks or so.
Yeah, that's it. As I'm hoping when its finale comes in, that's the thing I think it needs to really have like told me whether it's a good anime for this season, is like whether or not when it hits its finale, like I'm at a point of fucking like either crying or wanting more. If I'm left in one of those two states, then it did very well this season.
Nice.
But yeah, would you like one that I'm pretty sure we can both rank together though?
Sure. Let's do it.
Kaiju number 8.
Yes.
Kaiju number
Alrighty.
8.
I'm gonna put this in mid for now because we're gonna talk about it first. But I just wanted to like have it in the middle to talk about.
I'll put him up there so we can see.
Fucking love this show, man. It's easy S tier for me. Like very easy. It's not my anime of the season though. I think it's top S tier though. I don't think there's another show that could be put in S tier for me personally. I just like a lot of things about the show. I like Kafka, or whatever. Hibino
Kafka.
Is it Kafta or Kafka?
Kafka?
Kafka, whatever, Japanese name. I really like his character. I really like his arc in such a short amount of time. Like, this type of thing would be dragged out if it was like a stereotypical, like, I've got to hide my true self and this type of shit. This is the type of thing that MHA did for like 4 seasons. And he's already been exposed and stuff, and I kind of like that because I feel like it would be dragging on a little bit, and he would do too much dumb shit to not get noticed.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think it's kind of nice that he essentially got caught out on what, like time number 3 of using his powers, and he's caught.
Yeah,
like,
something like that.
Midoriya would be able to Midoriya fucking got away with using his powers 3 times a week, and no one realizing what he was doing.
He just has he has a hidden quirk that makes him stronger.
Yeah, like it was just one of those where like, yeah, so with that, at least like that, it's a much better bit of pacing for a shonen, I think. Like it's just like, we're getting through this.
Because the one thing that I really like about Kaiju is that it just kind of subverts expectations on shonen, which I think is something that we need, because his character in and of itself is juxtaposed to a normal shonen protagonist.
Well,
and
I
like
think
all the other characters as well, they don't reflect normal side characters either.
Well, I think to an extent, what's the name of his sidekick?
I don't even know his name.
Isuke or something. I can't remember.
But
now.
I guess that's not as stereotypical because no one remembers the best friend.
Krillin.
Yeah,
but
we'll call him Krillin
I think I think the thing is with this guy, like he's almost what your shonen protagonist is, which is kind of what makes this so much better. It's like he's scaling up his power like fucking crazy. He's extremely driven,
he's literally
dedicated.
got protagonist syndrome. He's got protagonist syndrome. He's just not the main character. That's it.
Yeah, it's fucking. But I think that's part of what makes it so good is that like you have like all the right characters for a shonen, but they've kind of been shuffled around. Essentially, we're watching like what if Yamcha decided to fucking push himself for once. Like that's essentially what Kaiju number 8 has done to a shonen. Like
if Yamcha was actually the Saiyan.
Yeah, if Yamcha was the main character, this is what Dragon Ball Z may have been, kind of thing. Like, and it's so fucking nice to have it. Like, that's why part of me's like, I would put it at quite high, almost my anime of the season.
It's very close for me.
Like, I have been debating this since watching the finale of everything. Like, I've been looking at it like, oh, but is Kaiju my anime of the season? I'm like, because, oh shit, it's a good anime. I have really enjoyed it.
Because the one thing that I can say that puts it above everything else that I've watched is that it feels different, but exactly stereotypical shonen enough to be familiar. That's the thing. Because this show is turn off your brain action, but I still feel so invested with every character. And it's really strange for me to have that with shonen, particularly this type of stuff. Because I don't feel the same towards like MHA. I don't fucking know anyone in that show. I know Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, and Ochako. That's it. I don't know.
Yeah, they'll probably all be fucking dead anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, they'll all die. I won't give a shit. I would give a shit about the one guy who fucking had like a Shakespearean speech in the final episode. I'm just like, okay, calm down. All right, side character number 3.
To be honest, I will say, like, to an extent, I do probably like these side characters more than any other shonen side characters. Like, throughout Kaiju, I kind of like all of these characters because they have something a bit special to them. Like, you get a bit of attention put on them, not too much, like a healthy little amount. You get like little cuts off, like, what is it, the guy from the Japan Special Defense Force who like makes a call because he's trying to see if there's anything that can be done in regards to Kafka being fucking shot dead, and like the little rich kid who's like trying to fucking speak to his father, seeing if he can pull any strings. And it's like, it's kind of nice that you have like these characters. We don't need much time with them, like quick 1 minute, 2 minute scene of them, and then boom, we're back to the main character. We've gotten some nice little bit of world building. We get some depth to these guys. We see how they feel about him still, like knowing what he is now. So it's like one of those where it's like they all make the point like he saved them, so they feel like they owe him their fucking lives. And you're like, you don't get that much in shonen where like your side characters are that dedicated to it.
Yeah, I feel like it's something that's going to be expanded on in season 2, because these guys are on the poster.
Yeah.
And you don't put that many side characters on the poster.
They're going to become like the
because
Kaiju
there are a lot of characters. There are a lot of characters. I don't know all of them, but I know a good chunk. And if you've got those main, like, you know, those 4 dudes that are going to go off to different places to train and stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to get focused on them because we've already been focused in this final episode. And then there's and then there's stereotypical tsundere blonde twin tails bitch. She's good. I like her. But I think she's the only stereotypical thing that comes out of the show. Like, she's the best in the league, or like in the division and stuff, but she still suffers from damsel in distress syndrome sometimes, which is a bit iffy. But I do like that she has initiative to become stronger in the future.
Yeah. I think, yeah, it's one of those where they have, even if she's the only stereotype essentially that they have put into this, she's not at least too aggressively onto the stereotype that it's offensive. Like, at least she doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. Like,
and I feel like for half the show she was very stereotypical, but then I like that she's the first one basically to find out.
And she kind of mellows out with it.
I think that's something that it's something that did subvert my expectations. I did not expect her to be the first one to find out. Like, I know, like, his friend finds out immediately, but
I mean,
it was at the same moment. It's at the same moment. Which I do think was good. I think her being the first one to find out was good because I could see so many scenarios where he would like transform and stuff and immediately come back and she'll be like, oh, where have you been? You're probably been out there being useless and stuff and all that crap. Like, I've foreseen it, and I was just like, please don't do this. Please don't. And then he's exposed, and it's just like, oh, you know what, that's not that bad. That's pretty good. And I do like the sort of twist that her dad is just like the in command and stuff, which I kind of saw coming, but whatever, you know, got a plot, you know. And I do like how this show ends. I don't mind it. It's probably the only way that I could foresee that it ends. Like, he saw like a little spark and he wants to like utilize them and stuff, and everyone's against it. It's cliche, but there's no other way that it could have gone.
I think the only thing about that annoyed me was the fact that you're showing this guy being like hard ass, pretty much looking like he wants to kill him, and apparently the most reasonable fucking, like, he's gotten to this position through all of his hard work, his skill and everything else, but it's like he goes from looking like he wants to kill him to just being like, oh, yeah, no, I could trade him, and it's like, but this is him in the most feral form anyone's ever seen. And that's when he's like, yeah, I could train him. Yeah, I'd accept it if he didn't go feral, but he went feral.
That I fucking heard. The most ridiculous thing that I heard from that episode was him going like, wait, he's not going at full power. And then she goes like, wait, he's holding back. And I'm just like, bro, I would not hold back. I would fight my ass off because this man looks like he's going to murder me. He's out of control.
He's gone feral.
He needs to be fucking hospitalized.
Like, I think the moment that he ripped his torso off his legs to get a second swing in, I think that was the point where, like, we all have to agree, any reason would say, no, that's a feral fucking animal that needs to be put down.
I'd be in fight and flight. I would just not give a fuck anymore.
I'll be fucking gone, like, not a chance. We're done. Burn it all.
But that is something that I haven't talked about. The fights and choreography in the show are next level. I really like them. And it kind of just comes down to One Punch Man syndrome, but with kaijus half the time, because he basically just one-shots everything most of the time. But then when we get in the later bits, you know, it's a bit more actiony and stuff, which I really like. So
I think the thing
I think overall for me, it's solid S tier, and I don't think another show will be an S tier. I think I can guarantee that.
See, I'd say overall for me, I agree. It is an S tier. Like, I don't think it belongs anywhere other than either S tier or anime of the season.
Yeah,
but
it's solid.
I would say you are right with the whole, it's a bit One Punch Man. Like, literally, episode, I think, is it 10, 11, where he's fighting that giant fucking kaiju? I watched it and I was like, oh, great, so we've just copied One Punch Man, like, shot for shot, have we? I was like, this time we're doing the meteorite, like... just this one's blood.
I do feel a little bit like, alright, there's some shit going on. You've basically just won every fight you've been a part of that you want to win. But it is justified. He is, like, effectively overpowered from the start, to be honest. Like, we haven't seen another kaiju on his level yet. Like, the other kaiju before, like, he got captured and stuff was Fortitude 8. He's 9.8.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of...
He monster.
I feel like we're almost at peak. You know? We're almost at, like, peak fights and stuff. Like, he's gonna be one-on-one with someone equal to his power. And then that's when we can get some cool action and stuff.
Well, I'm wondering, because with the way it ended, and the whole shot of Kaiju number 9 saying that they're, like, organizing, I'm wondering how strong Kaiju number 9 actually is as well, because, like, I don't think we've seen his rating yet.
I think we have.
Because I can't remember if they said it in the episode where he appears.
The thing is, he's not actually just strong at all. He's just extremely intelligent.
Yeah. Which is a shame. I'd like him to be strong.
I don't think he will be. I think he's probably going to outwit everyone else. And then when it comes down to the fight, he's just going to get fucked up.
He's going to outwit everyone else and then
unless he pulls on some fucking Attack on Titan and just, like, merges together with a different kaiju. Dude, I'm fucking calling it. He's going to merge with something else in, like, the final battle, and then it's going to be like a 1v1 beat each other down type of sitch.
I mean, to be fair, that would be fucking entertaining.
I'm fucking calling it.
I would still
Hold
be
it.
entertained by it. But at least we can agree it's an S tier.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's
awesome show overall. What more could you want?
More good shows, please. Let's do another quick rapid fire for you, and then we'll.
So
go on
some
to
more
something we both
rapid
watched.
fire bits for me. So
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll be here for ages.
let's try and get through some of these quite quickly. Duke and his death Maid. I'd like to be honest with it. I enjoyed it. I think part of it is that it was the final season, so part of me is likes it more than it probably should have been liked overall for an actual show.
You're probably gonna be thinking about it in like a whole package.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of issue I've got. Honestly, kind of average. Like, we knew how it was going to end anyway. It was always destined to be, I'm going to be friends with Sade. So, here we are. He became friends with Sade and all their problems magically went away because she realised that she was being a bitch. So, okay. Done. Dusted.
all well that ends well.
More or less. So, I watched 7 episodes of Oi Tonbo last night.
Mm-hmm.
Oi Tonbo is a good anime. It has a second season coming. It was enjoyable to watch. I will say that I had been watching it predominantly subbed because impatient. Because I had left it to get to the end before I thought I'd binge the last bit, I watched a lot of it in dub. I don't think I've ever seen such offensive dubbing in all my life.
Say that again.
I don't think I have seen such offensive dubbing in all of my life.
Was
Alright.
it that bad?
The sentences were weird and didn't seem like cohesive English. There was no animation attempt to make anything match up. So, like, you'd have someone say, okay, and all of a sudden his mouth is just going like he's trying to tell me a fucking haiku. So it was a bit problematic, and like there were weird things that like you'd think people would have caught onto, like words that were just constantly mispronounced. Honestly, the audio was recorded so weirdly on some of the characters, mate, sounded like they were recording on tin. Like, it was fucking nuts. Like, I'm like,
yeah,
you've paid for a dubbing and half of these characters are fucked.
It's probably just a bad case of, like, poor dub studios, because the studio itself probably, well, it is really good, but they've probably outsourced it to a studio that just didn't do a great job of it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you know this, but OLM did the production of this little golf anime, and they've done some hits before. They've done a couple of other shows. They did Apothecary Diaries, you know. They did Comic Con Communicate, yeah, and then they did Pokemon and Berserk. Two other shows that people might be acquainted with.
Yeah, but that Pokemon one's pretty mid, so most people probably don't know it.
Yeah, it's a bit rough.
20 years of dogfighting in a cartoon, come on.
Just a couple other shows.
Nah, like,
Pokemon.
show-wise, it was good. Sub-wise, the show was perfect. Dub, honestly, I would rewatch the dub just because it was kind of funny that some of these characters were just so poorly dubbed that it just didn't look or sound right. Like, you could tell some of these guys have obviously, like, recorded their lines at home, because it sounds like they're recording from inside a wardrobe.
That does sound
like,
a bit rough.
Yeah, like there's points where like certain characters, and also, to be honest, some of the voices just didn't sound right in the dub for some characters. Like, I'm pretty sure there was like a 30-year-old bloke who spoke like he was fucking 80, and I was like, what, did you just not feel like finding a younger fucking voice actor? And then you have 30-year-old fucking voiced 80-year-olds and shit, and you're like, alright, you guys just... Did you just fucking pull names out of a hat and go, well, at least everyone got the right gender?
Don't care.
Like, what the fuck? My beloved Tonbo. It's got a second season, so I'm happy. I'm happy. We're getting another season of it. I've enjoyed it. It was a good overall anime. I would say to anyone who kind of likes slower paced sports animes, it's fun. And if you're into golf, you might even enjoy this. It's actually kind of useful if you want to get into golf. It teaches you a lot of random information that I now know on golf. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. Might take up golf.
And I will not.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that shit.
Nah, guys, start subscribing. Get us to like 50,000 followers. Then you'll have time for some golf.
Yeah, no, if we get 50,000 Patreons, then I'll fucking do it.
Right, everyone go to the Patreon, subscribe, take the top tier. It's like $50 a month.
It's either 50,000 on Patreon or 50,000 on my Twitch that I never stream on. Anyway, shameless plug. Let's move on to something else.
Next show.
Yeah, next show. Segue. Go.
Newgate.
Please.
Right. So I watched Newgate. I want to say Newgate, similar again. Average. I think I preferred it to season 3 of Duke and His Death Maid. I've enjoyed it less than Spice and Wolf, so it's a real average kind of. It's SAO. It is fucking SAO. But it's SAO. But I think that I think the NPCs can get porked. So I think it's SAO without any of the safety filters. You know, like we've got main elf, we've got elf character side chick NPC who's apparently in love with Protag. So there we go. Yeah.
Just kidding.
So I mean,
saw it 10 years ago.
Real fucking average anime. Real average. But fuck it. Still fun, you know, still fun. Where is my next one that I'm gonna put him up in I'm gonna put this one up as another average, but my lowest average possibly. Level 2 cheat. As I said,
have you finally realized how bland and fucking flavorless it is?
As I said, comparatively to Konosuba this season, I much preferred it.
Okay.
I would have honestly, I could have skipped Konosuba and just watched this. I think I would have watched the same fucking show for the most part. But you know, it's an average isekai, like big tits, animal chicks, demons. I'm sure there was some slavery in there somewhere, don't worry. There's always slavery.
I've just forgotten about it.
I just can't remember where it was. Well, he comes from a world with slavery, so maybe he's in a world with racism.
Like our world.
Yeah. But this one has magic.
Yeah, and this just has... Yeah.
Yeah. Real average anime. Real average. But...
Yeah.
Hey ho.
Now imagine that controlled C and then controlled V 50 times for the past like 7 years.
Yeah, but you know, anime you make it sound like these anime productions don't know what we want. They know we want more isekai.
No,
they know we want more isekai like this.
Do not put words in my mouth. They know what we want. The problem is that they're 5 years behind, so they don't.
They don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
But yeah, no. I will, however, as much as I enjoyed it, no, this time I was reincarnated as a 7th prince. It's trash.
Yep.
It's trash. It was honestly just kind of trash. Real shame. Trash.
Dude, that show is so fucking weird, man. That's so weird.
I don't think I could tell you anything on it.
That's a dude. And he's got thighs that fucking rival real world women.
Yeah, the character is very androgynous for someone who's called Lloyd.
Lloyd Summer.
Lloyd in it.
What fucking was this, Spy Family?
Yeah, not the best. Not the best show. Not the best show this season. Want to know something that was a good show this season?
Hmm.
An Archdemon's Dilemma. How to Love Your Elf Bride.
Yes.
That was
Yes,
actually
the
kind of good.
classic. The classic, yes.
It was a funny show, you know. Like I enjoyed it for the most part. I don't think there was anything too offensive in it. I still enjoyed Oi Tombo more, but that's because, god damn it, Tombo got me, you know? Tombo got me loving golf.
Fucking got me.
But, yeah. I would, however, like to move on to one that we have both watched.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to discuss, because it's not complete yet, and I don't know how much of it you have entirely watched, My Hero.
Hmm.
So far, it's real average, almost trash.
Yeah. Okay, that's a bit far.
Honestly,
I would not call MHA trash.
I would call this season so far. I think everything has felt really off. Animations looked really strange in some of these episodes. Like, there's a lot of things that just don't seem right now.
Hmm.
And it's just kind of like, I don't know, have you gotten to the Himiko Toga episode?
No, I've only watched like 4 episodes.
So like
I have not been grinding out on that MHA stuff because I don't give a fuck to be. I don't care to be.
So like there's a point. It's when like Himiko says that she loves Deku or whatever, and it's like
I've
that
seen that, yeah.
fucking that weird face shit that's happening, and it's like that's not the first time we've had weird kind of close-ups like this that don't look right, and it just
They're
feels
almost
like
too close for comfort.
I don't even know if it's that. It's just you know how SpongeBob used to change up its style from being real casual to like that hyper realistic shit like out of nowhere?
What fucking segue was that?
No. Hear me out.
There's no SpongeBob.
You know the greatest anime of all time, SpongeBob SquarePants.
It's my favorite. That was actually my first anime. Yeah.
But you know how in SpongeBob like they have that whole like SpongeBob style and then the hyper realistic drawings that just cut in for a bit of comedic effect.
Yeah, but that's just funny.
Yeah, but this is
show
the thing.
Isn't
that
funny.
shit's funny.
This is fucking this is like melodramatic Twilight with superpowers.
Yeah, in My Hero, it just doesn't look right.
No.
The only difference is they're not doing hyperrealism, which is probably the more offensive part of it, is that if they were making major adjustments when they were doing these weird fucking, like, still images, probably wouldn't bother me as much, but it's just...
I don't know what I prefer. Hard cut from Midoriya looking very concerned to a real-life woman just staring at the camera. What would you prefer?
Honestly... I reckon that camera would have at least made me fucking laugh. No, like, look, I don't want it to be like hyper realism. But this is the thing, is it's just one of those where it's like, but the way they've drawn it just doesn't make any sense, considering that you pretty much don't do it at any other point of an episode, and then you do it like one other time, I think in another episode with Aoyama, where we get the same kind of drawing of him, where like it's this strange change to how they're all presented, and it just doesn't look right to the rest of the show. And it's just the fact that it's this one standout moment that just doesn't ever look right. And honestly, that fucking Himiko Toga face has been burnt in the back of my head. I see it all the time.
I'm probably just gonna make a bit of a statement, to be honest. This probably isn't true at all, because they fucking produce the fuck out of MHA, but I think Bones are just straight up done with this franchise, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, it's getting a bit ridiculous, but I think the only reason that they still do it is because they keep getting a paycheck.
I mean, wouldn't you if you were them?
No.
You know there's money there.
Level. I mean, not enough money can make this fucking pile of dog shit, to be honest. Like, it's...
I don't know.
Like, I'm putting... I haven't watched all of MHA, so I'm just gonna put it in mid. I'm not gonna put it in air, even though I feel like I should put it in air. Like, Mid Hero Academia, you know, funny meme. I've never been a big fan of MHA. I like it. I just am not hyped about it as other people are. I think I just don't really like Deku as a character. I very struggle to somewhat relate to him in some aspects. Like, I understand the hardship that he's gone through to earn these powers, but I struggled through that hardship 10 years ago. Alright? I'm a fucking grown-ass man now.
And he's still struggling.
It's been 8 years, okay? 8 years.
Yeah.
Do you know where I was 8 years ago? I was fucking 15. I was in fucking school. Alright? Fucking learning how to deal with shit, alright? And, you know, it was there, you know, and whatever, like, it was cool and stuff. But, like, nowadays, I'm still hearing his fucking dumb-ass fucking voice in my head. And I'm just so sick of it. I don't want to hate him, but I just hate everything that the show's become because I just have a poor mindset of the show. I think that's it. That's it. I think if I didn't know what was going on with the show, I would have a much better opinion. But since this show is surrounded by such hate and toxicity, I've just become toxic and hateful towards this show.
I think
that's my fucking TED talk right there.
I think to be fair, like, you are right, and I think Izuku, like, I don't give that much of a fuck about him. I care more about Bakugo than anything half the time.
was my Todoroki hype, guys?
Or
Am
it's
I
like,
right?
or fucking like what is it, Ida? Like, honestly, a lot of the side characters are much more interesting.
Yeah, but that's the thing. There's so many fucking characters in the show. Like,
what? Do you not like 100 main characters?
No, because I don't know any of the names. Fucking that literally happened in this season. We were fucking shown a bunch of characters. I don't fucking know them. I don't know them, and we're just expected. They don't even pop up on the screen telling us who they are.
Yeah.
They do it with all the other fucking main characters, all 78 of them. It's just, I hate it. I hate it. There's too many characters for me to not give a shit about. Look, alright. I'm pulling a One Piece, okay? One Piece has too many characters, okay? I'll straight up say that. It's the one thing that I don't like about the show, and it's poor pacing. There are so many characters to keep track of. But the thing is, all right, let me get real close here. The thing is, I actually give a shit about those guys. I give a shit about those people. I don't know anything about these fucking nobodies. I don't give a fucking shit. I don't give a shit about their story. I don't care.
Honestly,
I'm putting MHA in air. I don't give a fuck.
I mean,
it down.
I'm after that rant, you've decided
actually.
actually.
It's ours. I'm skipping it.
Like,
no, I'll put it in air.
I'm. Part of me's like, I want to say it's good because in the last episode or the last 2 episodes, we've had some like really cool fights, and it has been good for that reason. There have been some vile moments of animation, some real shit pacing. Honestly, like it all feels a bit rushed, and it feels kind of trashy for it. I really like. Part of me's like, I want to say it's a good anime. It's a good anime, but at the same time, like, but it's a real middle of the road anime at this moment in time. And I think that's its problem. Is it's like we've kind of gotten some good story that's been kind of handed out, and I have hope that these last episodes will be really good episodes. So like, I'm hoping when we come around to the end of summer and my hero is rounding off, I'll be able to say, nah, mate, it's actually like fucking S tier by the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, my opinion about MHA changes all the time.
Yeah,
and it's usually swayed by the people or like critics that I hear about this show. Like, if people start saying that it becomes good, I'll probably watch it. It's literally what happened last season. I skipped the first half, found out the second half was good, started there.
Yeah, to be
Not
fair,
much
this
of an
is
issue.
this is the thing. Is like, I think if you had waited and then started once they had kind of gone towards the all for one fight, then you probably would have had a bit of a more positive opinion on this season.
Yeah,
Because,
I probably
like,
would have binged through it.
We get some good shit. Like, we've got Darby versus Todoroki. Good shit. Good bit of Darby story and shit like that. And then we've now got, I mean, we've got to wait until the 12th, I think, for the next episode to come out because it's on like a break. But but we got fucking Endeavor versus All for One that's going on like in the current episodes. So it's kind of I reckon it could be really good. Once they beat him, then it's just pretty much down to Shigaraki, and as I said, part of me believes that like fucking Midoriya will just turn up, kick a hole through the wall, like smash, and then Shigaraki will be like Midoriya and start having a mental breakdown where like all three of his fucking psyches will start tearing between each other.
It's like fucking Broly when he fucking sees Goku in the first Broly movie.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
Kakarot.
Kakarot! He'll just be there like Midoriya, and you'll hear like three voices. You'll hear like child like fucking Shigaraki being like Midoriya. Then you'll hear like evil Shigaraki being like Midoriya, and then you'll just hear All for One being like little brother, because that's all he fucking says anyway, because he doesn't see Midoriya, he just sees Quirk. So like that's I get like such a bad feeling that will happen though, is like it'll either be he appears and it does it, or he'll beat the shit out of him, and as he does it he'll start having a fucking break.
What I wouldn't mind is that we get a bit of an epilogue, but I've always been a bit of a soft cock towards epilogues.
Yeah, but who doesn't like a good epilogue?
It's exactly like who, like, I think a show could be infinitely more better if you just have an epilogue. Simple as that. I wouldn't even mind like if it had.
I mean, a well-paced, well-placed epilogue though, because there are some that
I don't
are
want it in the
awful.
middle of the fucking episode, middle of the season. Let's be
middle of the fight, mate. Just smacks him.
It's just like it's like a flash before they fight, and then it's just like Deku old talking to his kids, and then
it's like you won't believe how it went.
The kid interrupts, goes like, "But wait, Dad, didn't so and so happen?" And then he goes like, "Shut the fuck up."
But wait, Dad, I thought you said you fought Cell.
This is how I met you. I mean, whatever.
I mean. We're gonna get an Ochako fucking Deku romance bit as well at some point, which is just...
Yeah, let's just fucking tie the knot, alright? I don't want any more weird fucking shit to go on with this anime anymore. Just hitch them up. It's foreshadowed. Just fucking do it.
Honestly, I kind of don't want that, though.
No, fuck off.
It makes no fucking sense.
Fuck off.
It makes no fucking sense.
No, we're not going into it.
No, it makes no fucking sense. I refuse to accept that kind of attitude, alright?
No.
Like,
You're
why
wrong.
her? Why?
Why?
Alright, we've been given like 2 scenes where she blushed because she looked at him. We've been given like 2 scenes where Deku got a nosebleed, not because he had a thing for her, but because the first time was literally he spoke to a girl.
He didn't get a nosebleed.
The second time was, I mean, he might as well have. I'm pretty sure he fucking almost like lost consciousness or looked like a twat the fucking
he didn't.
first
He
day.
fucking had an uwu face and then had subtitles on the bottom saying he didn't actually talk.
He didn't actually say a word to her, but yeah, no. So, there's not really much of a point where they've ever needed to suggest that either of them were going to date.
I don't know. Pull a Mushoku Tensei, goes through some shit, and then Ochako just rapes him. Right, guys. That's how peak animation.
He just gets the living shit kicked out of him by one for all for one, and then she just comes and sexually assaults him.
Then they run away together and start a family. You know, it's sweet.
All Might dies. That's how she gets him out of his deep funk to finally win the battle. She's just like, quickly, follow me into this dark alleyway. We haven't got time.
Mushoku Tensei has fucking ruined us. Anyway.
Yeah, average anime for me this season.
Yeah, I'm keeping Image in there.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I think we need to hear your opinion on something very important though.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're putting Date Alive.
Oh yeah, guys. So, what the fuck, man? What the actual fuck? The fuck is this? I had the most ambiguous ending of all time. Like, Spirit of Origin gets introduced. New Spirit of Origin comes along in the final episode. They cancel each other out. Train go boom. And then we just go back to normal Date Alive, and he goes on date with the first girl he met. That's how the show ends.
So this show has literally retconned you back to episode 1.
Yeah. We went back to the status quo to make a very easy season 6 if we wanted to.
Mate, that's 10 seasons able to be made again.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind a Date Alive 6 because I want it to just be straight epilogue. I want it to be one episode on each girl, and then we have best girl at the end, and then there's a big giant orgy at the end. That's it. That's all I want.
Just 24 minutes of epilogue per episode, 9 episodes of epilogue, and then 2 episodes of orgy.
It's 23 episodes, and then the 24th is a redo of Healer special where it's just fucking.
I'm glad that I'm just gonna put that in skip.
I'm putting it mid, to be honest. It's awful. I don't know why I sat through 12 episodes of this shit. I don't even remember all of it. It has shitty ass CGI. Comes out of nowhere, by the way. Didn't have it in the previous season. Plot makes absolutely no sense. People die like 3 times. Actually, one girl died like 3 times. It was actually kind of crazy. Yeah. 10 out of 10. Can't wait for season 6.
Fair enough. I'll put it in trash because I can assume it's still better than Konosuba.
You haven't even watched it. What the?
No, but honestly, I feel like I've watched season 5 at this point. Between editing this and how much you've told me.
To be fair, I've explained it the most terrible way possible.
Like I said, if Crunchyroll had season 1 and 2, I'd have watched season 5 by now, but I just can't be fucked looking for where season 1 and 2 are currently being streamed. So, effort.
Yeah, because to be fair, season 1 through to 3 is peak.
Yeah, and the fact that it starts at season 3 on Crunchyroll is
particularly
fucking
Date
nuts.
Alive season 1. Season 1, you get introduced to Best Girl, and then she fucking goes away forever. And then she comes back in season 4 and gets her own spin-off. Because that's how much people simp for heterochromia.
Such losers.
But yeah, honestly, for a normal person, I would put it in arse, and just skip it because it's not worth it.
Yeah, but I'm not a normal man, so I'll give it my time. I mean, I've given my time to a lot of weird things this season. For example, Grandma and Grandpa Turn Young. I gave my time to every episode of that.
And I gave my time to
2.
Some episodes of that. No, it wasn't 2. Actually, I think it was 2.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was 2.
Don't worry, boy. I know. I know.
I think I don't want to be mean and put it in an arse, but I don't want to put it in the same category as MHA. But I feel like I'm going to.
I'm honestly looking at the same. Like, I enjoyed Grandma and Grandpa Turn Young, so I'm like, was it average? Because I don't want to put it in. I'm like, it was. I don't feel like it's trash, but I feel like if I put it in average, I've got to really consider where all these things in average stand.
Yeah.
Or do I just spit on all of them?
The real question is,
it was good.
Is the two episodes I watched of Grandma and Grandpa comparable to the whole season of Data Life 5?
Yes.
No.
Yes, it is.
You just gotta make sure you sing that up and you go like yes, and then I say no. Nah, I'm gonna put it in air. Mainly just because I just didn't finish it.
I think I want to put it in an average. I want to put it. I want to put it. Above Newgate. It's above Newgate and all that. It was. If you watched all 11 episodes, it's kind of sweet. It is just. Honestly, some episodes it feels less about Grandma and Granddad and more about the fucking grandkids and them just trying to see if they're going to find someone they'll marry. The last episode ends with the main granddaughter, Mino, who you probably remember for making sexually suggestive comments about the grandfather.
Yeah.
It ends with her dating, like, the grandpa's grandfather rival, his grandson. So, you know...
All's well that ends well.
All's well that ends well.
That's how I would want it to end.
Yeah, and to be fair, I'll give it this. The last episode did leave me with the question of, did I just watch the grandparents die? Because I'm pretty sure we did. I'm pretty sure they sit down under an apple tree and they pass away together, sat there, cuddled up in, like, the sun.
Oh.
Because they will, like...
Fucked up.
Well, the grandfather does, like, the whole giving an equivalent amount of his life to the grandmother, so they will pass away together. And I think it's like they're doing orchard work. The grandkid is, like, their granddaughter Mino's with them, and her boyfriend, now, I guess, at that point, is with them. And, like, I think they pass away there, because, like, it shows them sleeping, and then it shows the hourglass with the sand pouring out. So we got to assume that that's, like, the last grains, that's them done. And then we get a time skip.
Oh.
Make a guess on how big a time skip.
Ooh. You're cooking 20.
Oh my guy. So close but so far. 50.
Oh, shit.
We get a 50-year time skip. Mino and the boy are now old. They're tending the orchard that Grandma and Grandpa once tended. And, what do they stumble upon? A golden apple.
Oh.
And they have the same conversation. They, at that point, they're like in their they'd be about nearly 70. Because I think they're like 15 to 16-ish at the point of like this show. So yeah, they're like 65, 70, tending to the orchard, and they get the apples.
50. That's not 50 plus.
Yeah.
That's 65.
No, if they're 65 for 50-year skip, they'd be about 65. Yeah.
Yeah, you said 70.
Is it 70? Ah, fuck
No,
it.
you said 70.
Oh, yeah, no,
65.
What's the fucking difference? When you're old and decrepit, you're old and decrepit. But it does end kind of sweetly, because it ends on them having the same conversation that Grandma and Grandpa had in the first episode about the apple of, like, what's that? What do we do with it? Should we put it, like, should we give it as an offering? And it's like, I don't know. I feel like it would be a waste to just let it rot.
Honestly, it kind of sounds like the rival's dad won because his son fucked his
grandson fucked his granddaughter.
Yep.
He bred her.
That's a win.
That's win.
That's a W. Yep.
Yeah, no, that's why
he won. He's won.
That's why men don't want sons so they can have a boy they can fight with. They want a son to get one over on their fucking future enemies.
Exactly. That's it.
But it was a fine show, you know. Pretty standard for what it was, but there were very sweet moments, like as you had said, I think when you fucking had watched it, like it was just all that lovey-dovey crap that I probably didn't need to watch, but
like
it was nice.
If I had the time and like I was 5 years younger, I would watch it. But I'm not 5 years younger, and it would be higher up. It would be mid if I did finish it, but I didn't.
I'm trying to gauge how I meant to feel at the idea that someone 5 years younger than me has just said, well, if I was 5 years younger, maybe I'd have watched a show like that for children, where I'm nearly in my 30s.
You have unlimited time, alright? I don't.
I have unlimited time. I'm just good at utilising it, good sir. It's all about the use of time.
I'm terrible at utilizing time.
When I'm doing anything, honestly, if I could focus on it right now, I'd have a sub playing in front of me, but it would distract me too much from this shit, so I won't do that.
I don't know. I'd probably be more focused on shows that I was actually passionate about. Like, I would watch an episode before, like, going to work and stuff.
Yeah, I think the thing is I've enjoyed enough of these shows that I've wanted to see them through.
And I haven't enjoyed them enough.
Yeah, because I feel like last season I didn't.
I'm going to be for real with you. I would not watch Kaiju number 8 on the bus to work.
Oh,
I could watch 3 episodes before getting to work. Actually, no, I could watch 2. I could watch 2 episodes before getting there. I wouldn't. Because I'm not that passionate about it.
I watched the finale at work. On my half-hour break, I took it at 2 o'clock when it went live, and I fucking watched it.
You see, that's probably the difference between us. I'm not that passionate.
I like to utilize my time. Why waste that half hour just sitting around resting when I can sit around, rest, and also enjoy some kaiju? So, yeah, no, it was worth. I'm just a sad fuck. I'm just a very sad fuck. That's why I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shows on this list. Well, 10 shows, but one of them I didn't actually watch. So
you said it, not me. All right, what's next?
All right. So, what do I feel like we should? Do you know what? I'm gonna pull a strange one out here. Let me just try and remember how I actually say the name of the show, because that'll be the biggest. That'll be the biggest fucking challenge I have now. It's two shows, isn't it? So I need to try and remember how they're both pronounced. I swear I have this somewhere because they're strange. So Kurayukaba and Kuramerukagari, which you haven't watched. I think we discussed a little bit. Is a show set in like a world where they've got like a load of underground societies and tunnels and train tracks that operate all of it. I think one episode one of the movies you're following like this detective. He's looking for like an individual, gives you like this understanding of some of the underground societies and organizations that exist. There's like military down there using the tracks to get around. The other episode I haven't actually finished all of. I've watched like 70% of, but it's a fucking long watch because it's like a 2-hour movie and shit. But I would honestly, if I'm being truthful about this, I'd put them at it was 2 good movies, beautiful to look at, interesting story, as opposed to being like the same. Like, I was kind of watching them, and the movies give like this real kind of like Ghibli-esque vibe to them. Like, they give you a bit of a Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle visual look. So, honestly, it felt like someone had made these films with the intentions of trying to pay homage to like Miyazaki and Ghibli in the way that they did it. Where like they've made these well thought out films that you know, there's nothing that needs to be explained. There was no expositional dumping of this shit. Like, it's just very well done. And like I would happily watch these films again, kind of thing. Like, they are similar to a Ghibli film. Like, I wouldn't sit down and watch them every week, but honestly, it's one of those, if I saw it as I was scrolling through Crunchyroll and I hadn't watched it in a few months, I'd probably be like, you know what? Yeah, I'll turn that back on. I'll give it a go again. Like, they are good films. They were a complete curveball. I honestly didn't think I would enjoy them when I looked at them. I thought, I'll just watch them because they're only like 2 hours a piece, so I can do that. But they were a lot better than I ever expected they would be. So for that, I have to say they are very good. Would recommend if you ever get the time to sit down and watch them, give them a go. Fucking awesome anime. I think
Nice.
I think the one then to talk about after that though, and this is I'm gonna put this in an S tier. I know it's not good enough to have been my anime of the season, but shit me, was it a good anime? Windbreakers.
Mm-hmm.
I have argued with people about this show. One of my colleagues has watched it and says it sucks. He's an idiot. And there's a reason
That's
that
rough.
there's a reason that no one likes him. I love him dearly,
got
but what a
shit
fucking
anime
idiot!
choice.
Like, I think he said like he liked the first 2 episodes, and then it just kind of felt like it dropped off. And I get where he's coming from. The first 2 episodes like these bloody, violent, fighting episodes, and then you get like 4 episodes of just story and barely anything else in the way of like what the first 2 episodes have just set up feels like should be the standard. But it is a good show. It's actually got a good story. The fighting is great. The animation is awesome to look at. Like, there is nothing wrong with this show. It is just delinquents smacking each other in street or in rundown buildings for the most part, and it's fun. And they have like, they have all shown their like bit of backstory, why they are the way they are, what they all believe and what they want to do, like what this main guy from the opposition is like and why he's like it. And obviously it's one of those where it's more about just trying to get the main character to not be such a fucking social outcast and to realize that people can like him, and that's going to be the end of the fucking show. So I'm sure at some point it will kind of push its way down a bit from S tier, but for now it's not that lovey-dovey shit. It's just people punching each other, and I couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, that's the one. I think this is my few regrets of this whole season, is that I didn't continue watching Windbreakers. It was probably around that time that I took a little break from everything and just like focused on life a little bit more. I do like the first episode of Windbreakers. I really like it. I just didn't continue watching it, and I feel extremely bad for doing that. So I kind of have to put it in mid because I do not remember what happened. But this is something that, you know what? Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it below there, and I'm going to add another row below it. And I'm going to have this as rewatch, and I just deleted it. That's cool. Thanks, man. Fuck's sake. How did I delete it? That's stupid. So I'm definitely gonna have to give this a rewatch because I did enjoy it. I don't know fucking anything what happened in that show, but I do remember thoroughly enjoying Windbreakers for that first episode, and then I just didn't continue it. And I feel really bad about it.
As you should.
Yeah.
As
it's like
you
getting
should.
that girl's. It's like hooking up with a girl and not getting her phone number. But I wouldn't know how to do that, right, guys? Am I right? Chest pump, peace sign. Why is it down here? What the? Fucking. I'm gonna look at my recording and go like,
Well,
wait, what?
Whilst you're having your breakdown, trying to sort out your thing.
Can I quickly talk about one show that you haven't watched?
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Because you didn't watch Misfit, did you?
No.
No. I didn't either. I watched like, I don't know, an episode. This is my first ass. Or skip. The main thing is that I don't see it going well much further, because the author of this light novel, because I'm assuming it's a light novel because it's a fucking light novel title, has died. So this, I'm not putting an ass because he's dead. But I'm gonna be a little bit confused about how this adaptation will go. And I frankly just don't care, because he has reverted into a Shota character, and I feel extremely uncomfortable with everything that's going on there. So bit of a rapid fire, but I don't like it. It's shit.
Fair enough.
I'll leave it at that. Did you also watch radio show voice actors?
I didn't. I kept meaning to, but I honestly kind of got pulled in by so many other shows that I just kept forgetting to actually load it up. So please, like, tell me what you think. Was it good?
I watched 2 episodes of this, and it was alright. It was alright. I don't know whether or not to put it in air or mid, but I think I'm gonna put it in air. Because I feel like it's a bit more of a below average show. It's a little bit more underground, and it's very niche. I liked it because I thought it would remind me of another show I watched, but it didn't, so I didn't enjoy it quite as much. So I think I'll put it in air.
See, I think, like, I kind of took the view of it that it was, like, going to be one of those shows where it's almost not ad-lib, but you know what I mean, where it'd feel like less... I think just my judging the book by its cover moment is, like, I looked at it and was like, I'm assuming this is more just jokes that will be designed more for voice actors than anything else, because...
Yeah, the jokes didn't really land a lot of the time. And it's probably down to that. I can't fucking remember those 2 episodes. But I did think it would lean a little bit more into the voice acting or like idol stuff than the radio thing, because as a whole it's just 2 completely opposite people having a podcast. But they never really do the podcast that much.
Should call it the Weekly Weeb.
No, I don't put on a fucking persona with you, Hugo. I'm 100% real with you. These two fake sluts fucking put on their stupid personas and stuff, and it kind of annoys me. But yeah.
Fucking aggression towards them. Poor women.
It was just a joke, guys. It was just a joke. Anyway, let's move on.
I've got something that I'm going to put onto the skip that I didn't watch, and I feel no shame in doing this. Irregulars at a magic school, or whatever the fuck it's called. It's just incest.
You watched that shit?
No, I watched the movie about this like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, not knowing what it was. It just popped up on my Crunchyroll recommended. Watched it, realised that it's some weird sort of sister loving type thing that's going on here. And I was like, you know what? No. And then I saw it had a season 3, and I was like, that's just going to be Sister Love the fucking anime, isn't it? So I've refused. I'm like, no, skip it. Don't go near this show. It's incest. Right? If you want to watch incest, the hub is out there. All right? No need for a cartoon to do it. But yeah, no. Skip that shit. Just a safety warning for anyone who might be watching and considering it. Skip it. Skip it. If this is the only thing you've heard about it, skip it. I'm doing you a favour. On top of that, if you're going to skip that, do you know what else you guys should skip? It's really simple. Suka fucking Michi, who can Suka suck my dick. I still don't like him. I don't know why they're still making this show. And I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that he's getting another fucking season.
I don't know, honestly, with a bit of hindsight, I don't know why we put this back on the tier list, because neither of us continued it after putting it on the tier list last season.
I put it on the tier list just so I could say that.
And then that's that. Hugo, I have a bit of a problem.
Which is?
I have 3 shows left.
That's alright. I have 6, and your 3 shows are going to be the same 3 shows as mine, right?
Yeah. The problem is none of them are going in great.
You what? Do you know what? There's only one way to deal with this.
I've got S tier, I've got mid, I've got 3 shows in and I've got 2 shows in ass, and then I got 1 show in rewatch. None of those 3 are going in great.
Right. Look, how about this? I'll burn through these special 3 that I've got, and then you can explain and figure out which one's going in fucking great.
Yeah, because honestly, I might just have to like delete a tier, and then everything would just move up.
No, keep the tier empty. Just accept what it is. Nothing was great.
Data Live would become great.
Oh, I can't
And
have
then
you do this.
And then, oh my god, man. Anyway, you do your 3 rapid fire.
All right, so we'll do the one that I finished about, half hour before we start recording. Go Loser Ranger. Honestly,
Yeah,
very
fine.
good show. I've enjoyed it. I think it's been fun. It has been a good. I don't even know how you could describe it. I would almost say it's like a parody fucking shonen. It has been good though.
Parody Power Rangers.
Yeah, like it's been an entertaining thing to watch. The storyline has been well done. I invested in some of the characters. Less so Fighter D, more so just side characters, because goddamn the side characters are great. I watch anime for the sides. That's it. But I want to say it's been a good show. I would definitely put it above Tonbo for me. Like, as much as I have loved Tonbo, Go Loser Ranger has been fucking brilliant to watch every week, and I think that needs to be accepted. I also obviously watched Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night. I'm gonna be fucking nuts here. For me, it is an S tier.
Really?
It is. I have I'm a massive K-On lover, and
You didn't let me talk about Go Loser Ranger.
Wow, there's not much I think to be said about Go Loser Ranger.
Yeah, but I was gonna say something, and then you just.
Oh, I forgot. Did you watch any of Go Loser Ranger?
Yeah, I watched the first episode.
Go on, have you got it on your
Fucking
list then?
Bitch. Yeah. That's
Hang on,
the third show I was talking about.
Hang on, I thought you had a different third show. All right, I'm confused.
What third show did you think I have?
Is it not Demon Slayer?
No, I didn't watch Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah.
You
I forgot
fucking
you skipped
dumbass.
Demon Slayer, you psychopath.
Alright, I did not skip it. I waited for it to be finished and then forgot to watch.
Skipped it.
Um,
Sorry, no,
you're
go on
right.
for your
I
Go
put
Loser
I put
Ranger
it
then.
last. I'm actually gonna put it in mid because I am going to watch it. Because with Grandma and Grandpa and voice actors, I'm not gonna watch that. I'm gonna just be real. No, not gonna pick it back up. Go, I probably will pick it up again, and it potentially will be in great for me, because the fact that it's on the same tier as Data Live Season 5 is just kind of ugly. I really like the first episode. I like the premise of it. I like that just one of these random nobodies has had enough of these jackasses just keep killing him. So he just decides, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go against the establishment.
Against the grain.
And yeah, he fucking decides to do that. I'm like, you know what? This guy fucks. I fuck with him. Yeah, and I wanted to keep watching it, and then I just didn't get around to it. But it is something that I am going to keep an eye on, in the future. I probably will watch this if I'm not watching too much next season, which, by what I'm seeing next season, I probably will be.
Yeah,
because next season sucks. But yeah, I'm actually gonna put it in mid, solely for the promise that I will watch it. And then, you know what? Actually, I should probably just put it in rewatch. Yeah, I'll put it in rewatch.
Yeah, no. So
it's technically rewatch.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously don't want to ruin it for you, but the later in it gets, the better in story and whatnot it does just get. Like, it just gets fucking better and better and better. Like, I don't think there's been an episode I've watched where I've watched it and gone with, oh, this felt shittier than the last. Like, every episode currently has felt like it keeps climbing up.
Yeah.
Which is what you want.
Yeah,
from a show.
I probably think these two shows, Windbreaker and Go-Go, will just be great. Like, we'll see it in like 12 weeks' time. I will put these shows back on the tier list, and they will go in great, and then it would complete my tier list from like this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you do your ones.
So obviously, as I just said, Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night. I would put S tier for me. I'm a fan of K-On! I'm a fan of Bocce. Like, I do love a good little like music anime. That shit can be fucking fire.
Yeah,
and
as long as it's the right music.
I think
stuff.
this show has been one of the most entertaining like music animes I've watched in a while. I liked the characters, I liked the story, I liked the music in it. I think there are side characters and like tertiary characters essentially in this that like even they are just entertainment, and they aren't over focused on, but they aren't under focused on. Like, you get their little bits of information as and when necessary. It doesn't feel like anything's ever forced in your face. And I think I like it more because we're not talking about four girls who all play a different instrument who all wanted to be in a band. We're talking about four girls. One used to be an idol. One can play a fucking piano and is a big fan of the idol. One is a VTuber and the other is an artist. And it's like you've got this very unique kind of collaboration that happens between them that just makes it a lot more interesting. And it's all because it's like your idol is a fan of the artist because the artist does very unique, colourful paintings. The VTuber is just friends with the artist. And then you've got your pianist who is a fucking massive stan of the idol and is essentially stalking her. So it's like, it's a bit different. It was a bit nicer and a bit just refreshing to kind of have, you know?
Yeah, I think I said this in the last episode. It reminds me a lot, like, the way you describe, like, Wonder Egg, but if they were in a band.
Yeah.
Which honestly sounds fucking cool.
And then I watched, and I will be honest, this one is currently, for me, and this is why, like, I know you might be a bit upset with me here. This one, for me, might be my contender for anime of the season.
Go on.
Train to the End of the World.
Excuse me?
Train to the End of the World
Oh.
is a 12-episode anime that I watched, and fuck, I have no complaints. There was, it was captivating. I didn't want to stop watching at any point. Like, honestly, contemplated phoning in sick to work just to finish it. So, like, there's just something that I loved about it, that I wanted to see how this world existed, worked. It was ever changing. Like, there was never any real stagnant points. All of our characters, though to an extent, your basic stereotypical four characters of a female group in an anime. You know, like your more intelligent, stubborn one, the more adult of the lot, the childish, loud one, and then the protagonist. All on the quest for the elusive fifth character of the group, who we'll see for all of 5 minutes in total. But it was interesting. Like, the story itself was quite unique, and just I don't know how to explain how great it is to watch, other than to say you need to sit down and watch it to kind of see just how, like, brilliant this actually is, because it's it's very unique to anything else. I haven't watched another anime that has something similar to like this in a sense. Like, its story felt original and interesting to sit through. And like the characters weren't boring.
It was funny when you said like the 4 stereotypical girls trying to find like their 5th like girl. Immediately sounded like fucking Hangover. I don't know why. I just made that connection going like, wait, is this fucking like anime
Honestly,
Hangover with cute girls?
It's anime Hangover with cute girls and they didn't leave her on the roof. Like, it was. There were some very emotional scenes in it and whatnot as well that, like, were fucking tugging at me heartstrings, and I was just there like, shit me. I literally was watching it, and as I got to the end, I was like, fuck, that might be the best anime I'll watch this season. And I was like, oh, how pissed off will you be if you find out that I put that above Mushoku? After 7 hours of our lives consumed by talking about Mushoku.
I'm gonna be real for you. Are you actually gonna put it over Mushoku Tensei?
I fuck it. I'm considering it. I'm gonna leave it at the top of my S tier for a minute, but we're still teetering on whether he could be there.
Shit. You're not doing after I'm done with you.
This is why I thought I'd have to hold off until me and you spoke for the top tier contenders to fucking.
Yeah, I'll leave it there and we'll talk about Mushoku and then we'll see that.
We'll circle back to Mushoku in a minute.
Yeah.
I say we get these last 2 shows of out the way. One of them is the one you have. One of them is the one that you just decided not to watch. Let's start with the one you decided not to watch, shall we? Demon Slayer.
What was it? Hang on. Do you have another show after Mushoku Tensei?
Slime? I got Slime on this list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you had it. Because
Yeah,
I thought you said
don't
the final 2 and then...
No. Just the final 2 before we have Tensei. The true finale of this episode.
Okay.
So, for Demon Slayer, it is 7 episodes of alright. Nothing special. We've just got Tanjiro training. Nezuko is back at the inn. We see Inosuke and what's his name? The Zapper. Zenitsu. Oh god. Maybe like at episode 7? Maybe a bit. No, sorry. Inosuke's episode 7. I want to say Zenitsu's like episode 5. Like, it's one of those where we barely see them at any given point, other than the stereotypical, like, I think when Zenitsu sees Nezuko for the first time before having to go off to do the Hashira training, and he has like that whole breakdown being like, oh my god, you can talk again, you can stand in the sun, I'm so happy. And yeah, moving on from him though, it is very much just a training arc, so there's nothing too spectacular through it. But episode 8, without fail, is fucking incredible.
Yeah,
episode 8 was worth sitting through the other 7 episodes.
Yeah.
It's just...
Because I know, I've been spoiled for it, obviously, because Twitter, gotta love that. So I technically know, like, what happens. They get fucking sent into the Infinity Castle, or whatever. I do want to experience it for myself, because I think the build up to it would be nice, because what I'm assuming is that it just comes out of nowhere. Like, it just fucking happens. They're just kind of thrown into it.
Kinda?
Like, some of them, and then, like, because I think 2 of them try to go find it.
2 of them found it by accident before.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then, yeah, one of them keeps going back looking for it, but can never find it. But then they all get slung in there at the end anyway, because, you know, this is the big end, the finale. We've got a trilogy of films coming out for this.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. I mean, essentially what they're saying is, hey, instead of splitting every film in half like we've currently been doing for a season, we're just going to give you the full films that we've made for this. But part of me's like, I'd rather you just dropped another eight episodes and tied it up nicely over that.
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like Ufotable are doing a very good job at gripping us by the balls and blue balling us. They've been professionally doing this for the past 6 years, by the way. Has it been 6? No, it has not been 6 years.
Pro-Dommy.
No, I'm not guessing this right on the first try. I'm not guessing it right. There's no way I guessed it right. Fuck's sake.
Shut it.
Oh no, it was 2019. I was close.
It's okay.
But a bit
only
off.
5 years.
It's only 5 years, man. Fucking only 5 years. It's only been 5 years. Yeah. They do a really good job at hyping us up for Demon Slayer. It's just no one is hyped for Demon Slayer. Because, hot take, Demon Slayer's not that good.
I do think I think we've said it before about it though, and it is like the thing with Demon Slayer is that it's visually one of the best animes to look at.
Visually, it is the best.
And because of that, people seem to like it a bit too much, I think, is the issue.
Visually, okay, let's put it like this. Visually, it is the best anime that we currently are able to consume at this current date. My problem is that people get blindsided by its animation, by its very poor storytelling and character development.
Yeah. I think, to be fair, like, you see that all the time, though.
How many seasons has it been? Like, fucking
5.
4? 5, even worse.
I think.
And just, with... I feel like we are nearing endgame, which isn't too bad. And we haven't had as many episodes as this as MHA. So I feel like, even though we've had the same seasons, MHA have more episodes. So I feel like it's a little bit warranted that we're going into the end game, probably. Hopefully. Don't quote me on it. I would like the show to end sooner rather than later, because I don't want the show to get dragged out like My Hero Academia.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of like, if this show doesn't end with the final movie of this trilogy, then I'm calling it quits and won't be watching anymore, because there's only so much like it needs before it just feels like a cash grab, and honestly 3 movies feels like a cash grab as it is as an announcement.
Yeah.
But I'll take that cash grab if it's going to be the final. That's fine.
I think these 3 movies will dictate where this show is going, because the one thing that really bothers me is when they turn these movies into episodes.
Yeah.
That really ticks me off. They did it with Mugen Train. It's such a fucking drag.
Well, they did it with this
when
season.
you watch the TV. Yeah.
I watched it.
It becomes such a drag, because you're effectively watching more for the same amount of information that you get for less. It's stupid.
Yeah, but at least in the movie it can remind me how it ended in the last season. Because I've forgotten Nezuko survived, you know?
Dude, that is the biggest fucking problem that I have with this franchise. I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant. These fucking trailers for these fucking new seasons piss me off. They do a 2-minute recap of what happened in the previous season and like what's been leading up to this season. I don't need that. I just want new content, man. That's all I want. I don't need another 4 minutes of Tanjiro telling me his fucking dream to become the Hokage or whatever. Like, I just don't...
Himiko Kagure, I can't even remember what the fuck he says anymore.
I don't fucking know. Just just over it, to be honest. I'm getting My
Yeah.
Hero Academia vibes from it, and I really don't like saying that because they're very polar opposite shows. I just don't want it to be a cash grab because it's already becoming one.
I think I've put it in average. Like, it's one of those where I think it's a shame that the first 7, I get it, you need to do training and shit, you need to show me that Tanjiro's gotten stronger and introduce all the Hashira properly. Though I will also say I assume like head Hashira, the stone Hashira, he gives me real Aoi Todo vibes. In everything he says and does, all I see is Aoi Todo. So all I'm thinking is JJK, and it really doesn't help you when I'm thinking about something I'd consider a much better show than this. So, because I was watching it, I'm just like, that man's just Todo, but kind of shit. He's just blind. He's just blind fucking Todo. But I mean, as I said, we just have to hope that it's gonna end soon and end well, because like, that's all you can really ask for.
That's all I'm really asking for, to be honest.
Now, should we move on to what I believe will be the most controversial of our
Let's fucking
of our
do
rankings.
it. I'm ready.
So,
I'm ready for it.
that time I got reincarnated as a slime. This is an isekai about a man who died and became a fucking slime. It did 2 really good seasons.
This is about a point in time where a time became a slime.
Yeah, and I don't know when I stopped watching that and started watching the House of Commons discussions, but hey,
Fucking became Game of Thrones.
I love Prime Minister's Question Time on the BBC as much as the next guy. This is fucking nuts.
Feels like fucking CNN right now.
We've said it many a time. It's a show that we fucking love, and it's just this season has really messed them up.
I don't want to put in arse. It deserves to be there, but I'm not gonna do it.
See, I'm looking at it like I don't want to put it in trash, but I just don't think it's average.
Because I'm gonna be for real with you right now. I have to put it in arse because I'm dropping it. And I feel really bad.
You're gonna drop
Because this show is
slime.
probably gonna get good later on, then I can just pick it up then.
I mean, to be fair, with the way you watch anime, yeah, no, I'd say drop it and find something better to fucking watch.
Fucking hell. I really don't want to, man. It feels like a fucking breakup right now. Like,
honestly, I would put it in skip, but I believe that it did better than Konosuba, and for that it deserves trash at least. So it's getting trash from me. However, before you start typing your fucking angry comments, how dare I say something so offensive about the greatest show on earth? I believe that the next 12 episodes that are going to come out, 12? It is 12 more episodes, isn't it?
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
I believe,
11.
I believe the next 11 to 12 episodes will fucking save this show. And then when we come around to doing this at the end of the summertime season, we can look back and be like, holy shit, it was actually fucking S tier all along.
Yeah, I guess
That's my
I feel
hope.
better knowing the fact that I'm just judging this about halfway through, and then my opinion will probably change. I just wish my opinion wouldn't get changed.
I
Wish
mean,
my opinion would be just good.
I let's hope it does it really quickly, and then in 2 weeks' time, in the next recording, I'll be like,
Yeah,
nah,
can
pick
I
it
just
back up,
pick
pick
this
it
up
back
next
up.
week? Can I just pick it up next week, please?
Yeah, just put it on pick up delay.
Because having it in the same tier as Misfit of Demon King Academy and Moonlit Fantasy is really striking a chord with me, and I don't like it.
Maybe you need to put it in rewatch so it doesn't look so offensive.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, put it in your rewatch.
Yeah,
You'll
I'll
come
put it in
back to it one
rewatch.
day, but
People
we just
gonna
need to
screen
know
grab
whether it's
that
worth
and
it.
then just go like, "Oh my god, Full Animix put his favorite isekai in fucking ass." No, I didn't. Put it in rewatch.
But yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's got the potential to kind of come back. Like,
This entire fucking franchise has potential, and they're throwing it away.
yeah, well, we're hoping that they've thrown it away because some idiot took a 24-episode deal when they only needed 12. That's what we've got to hope. We've got to hope that these were the additional 12 episodes they made, not thinking, shit, we need to get something out, and now we're getting to the 12 episodes they wanted to make, and we'll be fine.
Remember when the premise of this first season was to hold a festival? They're just now getting to the festival.
Well, yeah.
Dude,
Look,
all this Hinata stuff has been just fucking filler.
yeah,
It's been filler.
in a week.
And I hate saying that because this is a seasonal fucking show. None of it should be filler.
Should always have a bit of filler.
No.
Yeah, it's just
Imagine
healthy,
fucking
you
like
know?
halfway through the Shigaraki fight, we got fucking Deku and Ochaka going on a date for like 3 episodes, then go back. I would fuck with that actually.
I was thinking actually, no, I'd fuck with that. It just
Doesn't-
just
that actually
Shigaraki
doesn't sound
lands
too bad.
one fucking hit on him, and it just flashback to him going on a
he
date with
just gets like he gets
Uraraka.
like a fucking like flash before his eyes, and then just dreams about what could be.
Yeah, little baby Deku, and then he comes back and just getting the shit pummeled out of him. 3 episodes later, and it's just Shigaraki like, wake the fuck up.
Wake the fuck up, samurai.
But nah, I like I said, part of me is really in the hopes. Like, I think I've seen people say on like my anime list and whatnot that the main issue currently and why this is suffering so much is because this has almost been like a 1-for-1 adaptation of the light novel, and the light novel has this issue. Which is like the light novel gets a bit
but that's like not even an excuse because we have other isekai that are adapted from light novel and aren't as boring.
It's
like,
no fair excuse. It's the excuse that they essentially like that I've seen put out, which is the main issue is that they've essentially done like a 1-for-1 adaptation, and it's like, well, that's their fucking fault for being stupid, then, isn't it? Because no one else does a 1-for-1 adaptation.
Wild idea. How about you just take the best parts
and smash them
and
together,
then put it in the light novel, put it in the anime.
Yeah, and then you can just
idea.
Suggest everything else that I might need to know. Shocker. Wow. Suck it. But with that,
-196.
we've got one left.
With that, obviously, we'll move on to my anime of the season that no one saw coming, not even myself, guys. Who would have seen that Mushoku Tensei would be my anime of the year?
Shit,
Did
I
you
was so
guys
sure I was
know
about
that?
to put One Piece
Were
on
you
there.
guys were aware of that? Were you guys aware of the 10+ hours I've spent talking about this show? It's not been 10 hours, but
I don't think we're too far off.
no, we're getting there. This will probably round it up anyways.
We love it.
So this has become a debate because I am now going to convince Hugo to put Mushoku Tensei at his anime this season. So we got Roxy back.
Yes.
Isn't she your best girl?
I mean, no, Sylphie was always kind of like my.
Okay. Mummy Sylphie.
I mean, Mommy
MILF.
Sylphie.
MILF Sylphie.
Milfie is definitely on my list, you know.
She's my favorite. And now you know why.
I think with the last episode, there are some things that
I'm gonna be a bit honest for a second here. I'm gonna give a bit of criticism to the final episode. It jumped the fuck around. I'm just gonna say it. Like, like we have some like really emotional moments, and then there's just like B-roll of like splitting the scenes up and goes like, Rudy's like, Norm is going like, "Where's Dad?" And then Rudy just goes like, "Let me explain everything." Cuts to ice melting, cuts back. So that was everything. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You do what you gotta do. And then she cries her ass out. More B-roll and then cuts back, and I'm like, oh no.
They put all their time and energy into killing Paul, I promise you. Like, they did everything to kill Paul and then went, shit, we have episodes to make after that. And they were like, what the fuck do we do? It was like, just show the glasses.
Got 2 more episodes, what do I do? Like,
we'll walk back and we'll pan.
It's a bit of a rough ending, but I feel like I can give it a pass. But like, that's all I can do. I can just give it a pass.
I think
because like, it's rough. You'll notice it, but you'd still get extremely emotional. Like, I haven't been this emotional over a last episode in a while, and I enjoyed it still, but it's still something that distracted me.
See, I would say with it, there's a lot of good. There are some things that just, I knew it was going to happen, but I think it's just, I wish it had happened better. And it's like having Sylphie just accept Roxy immediately just annoys me. Because what they've done is they've just completely demoralized the character of Sylphie in half a second. And I am fine with the fact that we already knew. She has made multiple comments that she's fine with the idea of him taking a second wife. His father did the same thing. She's been prepared for that since she fucking saw it. Like, we understand that she will do anything for him. That's fine. But I would like her to be a bit more aggressive than, so you like my husband. Well, that's good. Welcome to the family. Because I'm sorry, like, you're 8 months fucking pregnant. Alright? He promised he would be faithful. Whether he's a follower of Millis or not shouldn't fucking affect that to you. Because he said to you, don't worry, you're the only woman for me. And then he came back with what looks like a child that, let's not forget, raped him. And his response to the rape, marriage.
Yeah, the reasoning that Rudy is just like fucking like preaches to everyone. I'm just like, bro, you're trying so fucking hard to not just say what happened. And and we know, and you're just explaining it very poorly.
We know. The rest of the group knows. It's only Sylphie who doesn't know that you were assaulted. Like,
yeah, look,
you got pulled, okay? We get it.
I feel like there should have been a little bit more hostility towards Sylphie. Like, just say, I'll accept you, but you gotta earn it, you know? Like some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, but this is just, I feel like I'm fine with it because it kind of, ironically enough, it kind of fits Sylphie's character a little bit more. I think the thing is, I don't think she's selfish enough to keep Rudius all to himself.
No, but I think that you have to account for the fact that I believe she is selfish enough to take issue with it. She won't keep him by any means, but I don't think that her character it just doesn't feel like it makes sense that she is so submissive and accepting straight away. Like, yeah, I am fine with her accepting it, but
because I feel like the thing that kind of like made a little bit more sense is that if the roles were reversed, she'd still do this. She'd do the same thing that Roxy did. And I'm just like, you know what? I kind of see that happening. I kind of feel like Sylphie, I mean, probably not take advantage of Rudius in that way, but I feel like emotionally manipulate him into a way where it would end up in the same result.
I was going to say, I mean, we've essentially already seen that she will do that. That was the cave scene where she revealed that her name, like, that she was Sylphie and not Fritz. Like, we are aware that she is willing to be a bit more aggressive and forward to get to the goal of what she wants, which is that sweet, sweet Rudy D. But
yeah, for some reason,
it's one of those where, like, I think it just upset me a bit that, like, the character that took the most issue with it is Norn.
Yeah, that shit fucking... I felt that. Like, that performance from, like, whoever she is, that was...
Oh, yeah.
That
no,
was
fucking shit hit.
insane. That sounded too real, to be honest. Like, it sounded like she'd been through all that crap. Yeah, and then I like a lot of little subtle moments as well. I like that Zenith is like sort of like still conscious a little bit, like still there. I like the interaction between Aisha and Lilith. I like that Norm takes a sword, and I also fucking love the ending. I really like the ending. It got me really in the feels, and it was nice. I liked it.
I liked most parts of it for what it was worth. I think there are things that just kind of like I said, there are character things that have annoyed me about it. I think I like the fact that when Norn took Paul's sword, like, Rudy gives her the same speech that he was given when he was given his first sword from Paul.
Yeah, that bit was really nice.
Yeah, like that was sweet. That was a lovely emotional kind of scene, and I was like, oh shit, that's nice. And like, oh, he said the thing, and oh, Aisha even realized he said that. Not Aisha, Lelia realized that he even said the thing. But then, like I said, I think the demoralization of Sylphie just hit me a bit hard, because I was like, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like what I'd expect. And I think it annoyed me more that Norn did it. Because in the nicest way, we're talking about Norn, the girl whose fucking hero is daddy two wives, and he's got an issue that brother's now going to be daddy two wives. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, I'm sorry, your mother was asleep in the room next to her where the sexual assault he committed on your housemaid took place, and you have the audacity to cry that your brother got fucking assaulted? At least he likes the woman. The only reason Paul married Lelia was because he fucking knocked her up.
Yeah, but that's sort of commented in the show. Like, Aisha just goes like, Norm always speaks without thinking.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the whole, like, well, would you say that to Aisha and Lelia?
It fits her character to speak out on the matter, even though it's not her place.
Yeah, but I think it's just...
Because the funny thing is, Aisha just fucking stands there and just, like, listens to all that. We don't even cut to her until the next scene.
All that B-roll, and we don't get a B-roll of Aisha fucking looking a bit disgruntled at it.
Yeah. I think that's the only things that I really do have a problem with. I think the way that everything was sort of cut together was just really off, and I think it could have been a lot better. But the positives outweigh so much of like what this last episode just didn't hit the same.
Yeah.
The whole season, I feel like, was just consistently good, and everything that's leading up to it, to the final battle and everything, was just really good. And then we got a solid couple episodes of epilogue, which I'm really happy about, because I wasn't sure we would get that, and that's like all I needed. All I needed was Rudius back at the house sorting all this shit out, and then being happy that everything happened. That's it. That's all I want, and I got it.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that I just straight up need to say that I think should just push you over to anime of the season.
Go on.
Confirmation of season 3.
Yeah, now I will give that. I think that when it did the whole like little Paul and Rudy fucking little picture they put at the end, those motherfuckers know how to like put a knife back in the fucking open wound, don't they? They're like, oh, that looks like a nasty cut. Let me just open it up some more for you, sir. I was like, nice. Where's the salt? It's like, let me go get that salt and lemon for you. But
yeah, I could talk about like all the cut shots between all the characters, and then seeing Eris and then Rujin as well. That's probably not his name, but
Rujin and Buddy Guardi want it. like out traveling together.
Because
the fuck?
yeah, because I knew that he went with Rigid back to the Demon Continent. Not Demon Continent, whatever continent, wherever they came from.
Demon Continent, yeah.
Because I'll admit something. When I found out that there was confirmation for season 3, I decided to read a little bit more to refresh my mind, because I'm at a point where I don't remember anything that happens here. Shit gets fucked. Turning point fucking 4, man. Holy shit. It will be peak. It will be peak.
See, I think thinking about it, all in all, and you're gonna probably quit the show after this.
No.
I don't think I'm gonna give it anime of the season. And hear me out. Hear me out.
No.
I think it was really good. I think overall it has been fantastic. But I think part of it is that I feel like
I'm calling recency bias on this bullshit. There's no way you're pulling a fucking random moe anime out of nowhere to just say, yeah, it's better than Mushoku
I watched that like
Tensei.
a week and a half ago.
Fuck off.
I watched Mushoku this morning.
No.
Look, hear me out.
Disallowed. Disqualified. You didn't start it at the start. It doesn't count.
He's got to be week 1.
You've got to watch it.
Week by week. Otherwise, it's not worthy.
It's not qualified.
I think the thing is, honestly, aside from like the small nitpicky things, like it truly is. Mushoku is definitely like one of the best ones. But honestly, it's one of the best fucking shows to exist.
But it's not anime of the season.
But I think the thing is, aside from, there are some things I'm factoring in when I'm not giving it anime of the season. One is that it's a second core of what already felt as a pretty slow in pace season of Mushoku. And I appreciate that this was more slice of lifey, but I think the issue I have is with this core, I wanted more action adventure than slice of life, and I got definitely way more slice of life, or at least what felt like a lot more slice of life than the adventure. I will give the adventure that we do get is fucking insane, you know, dead daddy and shit. But I think the thing is like with Train to the End of the World, I think because it kind of was a show that just for me came out of nowhere, captivated me to want to keep watching it, had a satisfying story, has left me with a slight want to be like, I feel like they could make a second season and I would watch it, but at the same time it's ended so well that I would never need to see the show produce anything again, and it's just done with its nice little bow. Here you go, end of it. And honestly, I think that for me is like that's the thing, is like, because that's just done, completed, it's all neatly wrapped up, whereas with Mushoku there's, I think, a lot more in the way of
it's
a lot of unanswered things.
It sounds rough that you're comparing an all-in-one show to something that is going to prolong it.
Yeah,
to be honest.
like this is the thing. Is like I'm trying to compare two very different shows, and I think for me, if we were talking Mushoku season 2 as a whole, you'd probably have like, yeah, I'd be like, yeah, nah, fuck this could be justifiably anime of the season. I've watched 24 episodes of fucking peak content, but it's just Mushoku Tensei, like season 2, like core 2. I think from core 2, I wanted more in the way of adventure, so it left me just feeling a little bit empty on the adventure side that I was hoping to see again in it.
I guess.
Like, I know you're angry and disappointed, and you might never come back to the show, but
because the thing is, I respect like your opinion and stuff, but your opinion is wrong.
I accept that I'm wrong.
Can't accept
I'm fine with that.
Accepting an anime from a studio that has created such fucking wonder hits like The Aristocrats, Otherworldly Adventure, Serving Gods That Gone Too Far, Masters of fucking Ragnarok, which is a fucking hot garbage mess. Besides the point.
I'm not judging them on their previous works. I'm judging them on this One Piece.
The One Piece?
This One Piece is real.
Can we get much higher?
Like,
So high.
like I said, I think they are very much. I would give both of them anime of the season, respectively, for what they are. But if I had to pick one that I was to say, like, look, if you were to watch any one thing from this season in particular, like, if I was to say, like, anyone, like, I feel like this is the show I'd be like, look, it's a real weird show. It's kind of, it's not the standard stuff that I watch, but it just was so entertaining, quite creative, well-paced, like, everything just worked very well in there. It was a all-in-all sweet story, and I'm like, everything at Train to the End of, like, Train to the End of the World, it was just, I think it was just the captivating kind of show that I wanted something to offer me this season.
Right.
You know?
I get that. You probably, I think, I haven't had that hook in a while. Like, I think the hook that really, like, intrigued me and just, like, got my attention from the very start was Mushoku Tensei in season 1. Like, I really like that show. And, like, if you find something that you enjoy and stuff, like, in the same season, that's fine. And I think it's fine to have different opinions on, like, different shows that you like more.
It's just this.
So, I think,
this is
I personally think that Mushoku is the best season. Best anime this season. And even if I did watch the show that you watched, I'd probably still say that because of my biases towards the whole series.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, is that as I'm thinking about it, I am, like, trying to remove everything about the series that I already love, so that I can just say
whereas
fairly.
I'm including all my knowledge of this franchise, because
Yeah.
I've read about this story. I watched it religiously when it came out. It was the first show that I watched, like, every single week.
Yeah.
So
I would say as well, because you read, like, the manga and the light novel for it, I can see why for you this is it. Like, this is the show. This is the show for this season, and I get that. That makes perfect sense. Like, if I was reading I get the feeling as well. Like, if I had the light novel in front of me and I could see what was about to happen, that shit would be top.
If you knew the shit that we're about to get into, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
But for that reason, I reckon when the first core of season 3 comes out, because we know it's going to be a 2-core again, I reckon that'll be anime of the fucking season, because I reckon that will set up for the greatest shit.
No. It's anime of the year.
Right, I mean, it might win anime of the year.
I'm straight up saying this shit. This shit goes fucking wild.
Do you know what? That's what we should do.
Turning
Episode
point
52.
4. If Turning Point 3 didn't subvert your expectations from the other two, this goes to a different level.
This is where Eris just turns up, already pregnant, and it's somehow Rudy's.
Well, you're half right, but whatever.
Oh my god, she's going to turn up with his kid already, isn't she?
No.
Oh my god, she ran off and had a baby.
She turns up, but she's not pregnant. It's been like fucking 5 years.
Yeah, she might have a 5-year-old with her now. They smash before she leave.
Yeah, but no.
He won virile enough then.
I'll spoil it for you. She turns up. She
That's
comes
enough.
back.
Yeah.
But the reason she does come back is kind of fucking wild. It's kind of stupid, actually, when you think
Ghislaine's
about
in
it.
trouble.
No.
Rudius, please. Ghislaine.
No.
To be fair, the thing is, I'm excited to see her come back, but honestly, couldn't give a shit. Like, I really just never cared about Eris.
I don't know. She goes through a fucking character arc, and I really like her.
Is she like a
later
better
on, because-
character to look at later on
Yeah.
than is she then?
Yeah, she's got that, like, childish
Tsundere.
angst. No, she's not. Well, yeah, she's Tsundere. She's got that, like, childhood angst, but she also has, like, that womanly maturity that, I don't know, she's got a bit of both worlds. She's kind of like Sylphie, but physical.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nice.
that's it. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, and I think.
Yeah, because I could be a real dick and just spoil the whole thing.
I mean, to
But
be
I
fair,
won't. Because
before-
honestly, you kind of fucking deserve it for not putting it at anime of the season.
No,
It's
it'll
wild.
be fine. It will be fine. Like, let's.
So here's
But-
what happened.
Yes, I'm just gonna wake up one day to like a fucking email being like, I'm not coming on the pod anymore. By the way, this is how it ends.
Have your email. Why would you say email?
Oh, it's fine then. I don't know. Just assume you
It's all
might.
good.
Formal resignation from the pod, my guy.
Formal resignation would be over Discord.
I mean, to be fair though, before we end off this episode, I would like to say this season has been so many things confirmed for their next seasons already.
Yeah.
You've got Oi
I'm
Tonbo,
pretty-
you've got Go Go Loser Ranger, Windbreaker, fucking Mushoku Tensei.
I'm pretty sure Kaiju Kaiju is getting a sequel as well.
Yeah, it's coming in full.
No, it's not.
Yeah, full 2024, I think.
It's not coming
Is it?
out this year.
I've got such a weird feeling. I've read somewhere that like Kaiju, because I thought this as well.
You read fake news. Fucking
Let's have a quick double check. Officially confirmed. Kaiju number 8 season 2 is officially in production, releasing a teaser trailer to go along with the announcement. Season prequel confirmed. Does it say anything about when though?
You know what? You know what I'm looking forward to next?
What?
Haikyuu. I miss that fucking show, man. I recently rewatched all of Haikyuu. Fuck, man, that show gets me hyped. I get hyped from that show. If I'm feeling down, I just watch Haikyuu. And then I feel better.
See, I don't think I have a show that I do that with. Well, no, I guess Fruits Basket's my like I'm feeling down show.
Okay, that's just yeah.
Look, I've told you many a time, something about that show. It's that, or honestly, The Devil is a Part-Timer.
Anyway,
The shows you don't like.
Next season, next season we'll talk about that briefly, I guess, unless you want to end it.
What, my life or the pod?
No, the pod. What the fuck?
Jeez. But no, I mean,
We'll briefly go over it. I'm looking forward to Oshinoko. Suicide
Also,
Squad,
same.
Near Automata, that one fucking deer anime that's all over my feed.
I'm looking forward to that one. That's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, that one, anime of the season, by the way, guys. Spoiler. Probably some other shit as well, and then maybe catch up on some old shows.
There's a new fairy tale coming out.
No one gives a fuck.
Someone gives a fuck.
Find someone that gives a fuck. I'd try.
I'm gonna find them, and they'll be guesting on the podcast every week that season, telling us what's going on.
Fairy Tail is my favorite anime of all time.
Fuck off.
I'm just having a look, and I'm like, to be fair, yeah, that's not actually. Summer is not got as much
Summer
that I'm hyped
sucks.
for. Summer's
Some
shit.
sucks.
What are we gonna do by week 4 of the summer?
We have to find a series for both of us to watch because we're gonna be bored.
I say I think I've just seen it.
I'm gonna watch one episodes of Days with my stepsister and go like, nope, it's not for me.
Maybe what we'll have to do during summer is go back to some of the classics. Maybe Kiss X Sister.
Yeah, I was gonna say Evangelion, but
What's
that
this?
too.
Hang on. To be fair, I think this is the anime that both of us will have to watch next season. A Journey Through Another World, raising kids while adventuring.
No, we're not watching that. That's stupid.
Well, look, honestly, are you looking at next season?
Yeah,
It's all fucking stupid.
Half the season is stupid.
What is the? Oh yeah, no. To be fair, actually, I have.
Magicians in the Demon King's army, Demon Lord's army was a human. What?
You'll like
I wonder
this.
what that show's about.
I have actually started one of the new summer shows today.
How?
Because the what's it called? Like the Osan Newbie Adventurer or
What?
Osan. The
The
Osan Newbie
Frame?
Adventurer, trained to death by the most powerful party, became invincible.
Oh, that.
Yeah, its first episode dropped about half hour before we started
You know,
the
you
recording.
know what
so
else dropped? You know
What?
You know what else? Actually, no, that one didn't drop. Never mind.
oh no.
Yeah,
One
I'm
Piece.
watching 3 shows next season. Maybe
Honestly,
4 shows. Depends how well that VTuber anime goes. Priorities.
it's gonna be a hard few weeks, innit?
Yeah.
Oh,
We need to find a show to watch.
What is? How about Senpai is an Otakono? Okay.
What?
Yeah, Senpai is an Otakono. Okay.
Oh, that?
Senpai wa Otakono. I don't even know what it
yeah.
fucking is.
Life's about to get more complicated. A lively girl with loads of confidence confesses her love to Makigo one day. When he fails to reciprocate, Saki declares she will be his first love. She shares her goal with a mutual friend who also confesses his crush on Makiko struck a love triangle. So a threesome.
Nice. I'm sorry, I've just read.
Cross-dressing?
What?
What?
Hey yo, add that to my list.
Excuse.
I was just scrolling. I've seen there's one apparently called Pseudo Harem.
Pseudo harem.
What is a pseudo harem? Is it like a normal harem?
Oh,
but
that one? Joins the drama club. Oh, I've heard of this one.
Don't worry, we'll find.
Acts towards her. She acts towards his interests. Like she puts on different personas for him because she's in the drama club.
Nice.
An underclassman finds herself crushing hard on the boy and tries different personas in his presence to win him over. Yeah. Fucking nailed it.
Hang on, wait. So is that a fucking mermaid anime? Jesus Christ! There's so many weird animes coming out. But don't worry, guys. We can discuss this next episode, can't we? It'll be fucking fantastic.
I sleep.
Yeah. But we've ranked it. We've got 2 animes of the season: Mushoku and Train to the End of the World. I know you don't respect the second one, but that's fine.
It's just Mushoku.
It's just the one.
And then Kaiju.
Yeah. But I think that's everything. I think thank you everyone. Join us next week. We'll probably be discussing what the fuck we're actually going to be able to watch throughout the summer season.
We'll talk about the shows that we
want
want to watch, and then the next hour we'll figure out what to do.
We'll go on hiatus.
We'll go on hiatus.
We'll be back in autumn.
What is happening?
But oh god knows.
Anyway, we'll discuss that off camera. We'll talk to you guys later.
Peace.